Have you ever walked into someone's home and it's just perfect? Like, not a single thing is out of place, it's so clean it almost doesn't look real. Now, you might just think, wow, they're disciplined. But what's really going on is so much more fascinating. Psychology tells us there's a whole world of reasons hiding just under the surface. And in this explainer, we're going to dive deep into the psychology behind why some people need to have these impeccably clean spaces.
So that's the big question, right? Why do some people seem to have this deep, undeniable need for everything to be perfectly clean? We're not just talking about a casual preference for tidiness. For some, it's this fundamental psychological impulse. It's a puzzle, and honestly, we're about to solve it together.
And the key to this whole puzzle? It lies in what we're calling the unseen blueprint. We're going to break down 7 key psychological drivers that really explain this behavior. This isn't just about habits, it's about the inner workings of the mind. So, let's jump right into the first one.
All right, first up, the crave for control. I mean, just think about it for a second. So much of our life feels completely out of our hands, doesn't it? Our jobs, the traffic, what's happening in the world, it can all feel so chaotic. So in the middle of all that, what's the one thing we can control? Our immediate environment.
And this is exactly where cleaning becomes this incredible stabilizing force. A clean space transforms into this personal sanctuary of order. It's a way to feel grounded and centered when everything else feels like it's spinning. It really is like an anchor in the storm of everyday life.
Now, our second driver builds right on top of that one, the quest for mental clarity. There is such a powerful and direct link between your physical space and your mental space. You know the feeling. If your room is a cluttered mess, your mind often feels cluttered too. Think of it like this. All that clutter is actually overstimulating your brain. Every single object is another piece of data your mind has to process. So, by creating an organized, clean environment, you're basically turning down all that background noise. And that allows for calmer thoughts and way better focus.
This brings us to a really subtle but incredibly powerful factor, reducing hidden stress. See, even if we're not consciously thinking about it, a messy space can create this persistent, low-level tension in our minds. It's almost like a quiet hum of anxiety that's always on in the background.
Every pile of mail, every stack of dirty dishes, it's basically a visual to-do list. It's this constant, silent reminder of all the unfinished business in your life. The act of cleaning provides this incredible sense of relief because you're literally closing all of those open mental tabs and silencing that nagging voice in your head. So, this idea of low-level tension is really important to get. It's not that big, acute stress we feel before a presentation. No, it's this chronic, nagging pressure that's caused by our environment. And once you recognize that, you can see why cleaning isn't just a chore. It's actually a way to actively manage your own mental well-being.
Driver number 4 completely reframes this whole idea. For a lot of people, cleanliness is a profound act of self-respect. This isn't about trying to impress your guests, it's about upholding your own personal standards and affirming your own value. I absolutely love this quote because it connects our space directly to our sense of self. Keeping a clean home becomes a way of saying, hey, I am worthy of a calm and orderly environment. It's a physical manifestation of taking care of yourself. Okay, so what happens when life gets totally overwhelming? Well, for some people, the answer is to start cleaning. Our 5th driver is that cleaning can be an incredibly effective coping mechanism. When your emotions feel all tangled and messy, a simple, productive task can be a real lifeline. And this part is just fascinating, isn't it? The simple, repetitive motions of scrubbing a counter or folding laundry can actually soothe our nervous system. It's a way to channel all that anxious energy into something productive, and it helps you regain a sense of emotional balance during really stressful times. All right, next up, driver number 6. This one suggests that for some people, well, it's just how their brain is wired. Some of us are just naturally more detail-oriented and way more visually sensitive to what's going on around us.
So for these folks, a picture frame that's slightly crooked or a few crumbs on the counter isn't just a minor detail. It's like visual noise. It's an itch they absolutely have to scratch. Tidying up isn't a chore they decide to do. It's an almost automatic reaction to restore some kind of visual harmony. And our final driver is one of the most powerful human motivators of all, the reward of achievement. I mean, unlike so many long-term projects in our lives, cleaning offers something incredibly gratifying. You get immediate, visible results. And this is the magic right here. You start with a messy kitchen, and just an hour later, it's sparkling. That visible transformation triggers a little release of dopamine, the brain's reward chemical.
That feeling of, I did that, is so reinforcing, and it's what keeps the whole habit going strong. So, as we start to pull all these different threads together, it becomes really clear that a clean home is so much more than just a clean home. It's really a window into a person's inner world, their needs, their personality, and their own unique way of navigating this crazy life.
So, let's do a quick recap. We've seen that a clean space can be about craving control in a chaotic world. It can be about a quest for mental clarity and a way to reduce that hidden nagging stress. We saw how it can be a deep act of self-respect, or a calming coping mechanism when things get tough. For some, it's just the natural result of a detail-oriented mind. And finally, it's all powered by that amazing psychological reward of achievement. Ultimately, this is the big takeaway. For people who truly need that clean space, the cleanness itself isn't really the goal. The clean space is a powerful psychological tool they use to manage their thoughts, to regulate their emotions, and to maintain their sense of self in a very, very complicated world.
And that leaves us with one final thought, a question for you. Whether your space is absolutely pristine or, perfectly cluttered, take a look around right now. What does your space say about you?